Hey everyone, it's me Aridonso Sheet. I'm your anthropologist and zoologist. Hit the like button, share this video, subscribe to the channel, also become a member of the channel if you want to. Also, please donate the links below. If you want to book a session with me, a one-on-one consultation, check the fees and the instructions in the description box below. Check my novels on Amazon, Barnes & Nobles, wherever you can find them. And pay attention to this short message. Where people show up is where they are devoted. Devoted to. Better sentence. Where people show up, that's where they're devoted to. Now, I understand you may show up somewhere where you really don't want to be. If you're summoned to court, for example, and you don't really want to go, you go there because you can't afford having the courthouse putting sanctions on you. So, because you value your daily ease or your relationships in your life that would be otherwise be disturbed by the courthouse, you show up. So you showing up doesn't mean you value the courthouse, nor the legal system. It means that you value whatever it is that otherwise can be disturbed. Okay, let's say you go to a concert. It could be you don't even like the type of music displayed over there at all. But what if your wife is a big fan of this artist? Because you value your marriage and you want that to work well, you put aside how you think and feel and you show up over there. Does it mean now that you're a big fan of this musician that's playing over there? No. It simply means that you are devoted to a stable marriage and to your role in the community. And with that comes also make a concession. So you make the concession. You go with your wife, or if you're a woman with your husband, to the concert. Now, understand the following here. If you are never willing to make concessions, then understand that you will not be able to get anything done in life. Because concessions are natural to how human beings operate. Governments do it, businesses do it, even in the Bible you see concessions are being done. A concession is not the same as surrender. It simply means that you realize, okay, for things to move forward, we need to give in a little bit over there, and we take a little bit over there, but there must be a balance, okay? Some concessions should never be made. Never make concessions that will jeopardize your safety and well-being. Apart from that, concessions are natural in life. Understand this. Where people show up, that's what they're devoted to. So don't say, oh, they showed up at a rally, so automatically they're all with that political party. Maybe they were there because they're a journalist, and they'll have to report it. What I'm saying is, okay, look, if you're a journalist and you show up at a rally of a political party that you don't agree with, you're doing your job. If they're regularly, you keep showing up, not to think, okay, it can't be for work anymore, because it's for work you only there once it's necessary. For you were there, but now it's not necessary anymore. If a married man goes to a red light district, could be he's a police officer doing an undercover job, or he works as a security guard in that area, there can be a good explanation for it. But if he's a married man and he continues to keep showing up at the red light district, now you do the question, what the hell? So, again, don't just derive conclusions too quickly based on just one incident without checking the context. Look at the context and look at the situation as a whole. Is there a pattern? Is there repetition? What's the context of it? You need to check all of it. It takes a little bit of effort, but it's required. Why? Because you need to understand, where people show up, that's what they're devoted to. If you have family members and they never ever show up at all when you have an important event like a graduation, a wedding, or you got a new job or anything, not even digitally, virtually on social media, they never show up to celebrate anything from you, you need to ask yourself, what's the problem with me? What goes on over here? Because you do see them show up on social media and in person for many other people. Why are they showing up for you? What goes on over here? On the other hand, if someone, for example, claims to be conservative, but they add some event that's so left-wing, quite liberal, you may ask, okay, but you're conservative. Why show up celebrating that event? It's out of place. What I'm telling you is, look, don't derive conclusions way too quickly. Just take notes, document things, and check where people show up, especially where they don't show up. It's one thing to show up where you don't want to be because it's a deeper commitment you have that requires this. Whether it's going to a courthouse or going to a party for the sake of keeping relationships, whatever. But to not show up where you actually should show up, that's a huge red flag. If you live when you live somewhere, I don't expect you to have everyone's phone number. Let's say 20,000 people live in the neighborhood. Are you going to get 20,000 phone numbers, have conversation one-on-one 20,000 people? No. Can you be, let's say there are 10 events. Are you going to be at 10 events at the same time? No. You have to select who you talk to. You have to select where you are present. You're a human being. You're a creature. That's natural. Only the Heavenly Father can be at all places, all times. You can't. However, key things that relate to the well-being of the community, you should show up. And if your community has a need and you're able, without compromising yourself, compromising your safety, to be involved, you should be involved. Unless there's a good reason, a very good reason, but you should be available and you should show up. If you don't show up for the well-being of the place where you live itself, that's a red flag. Look, I'm not going to make this too long because my tram is coming soon. Just look out for people's attendance. Where do they show up? Especially where they don't show up. And if you notice a pattern that's not in harmony with the will of Heavenly Father, but if you notice a pattern with someone that contradicts our design, that we need to be safe and transparent as human beings, I'm telling you, do your further research, and if it's proven beyond reasonable doubt that someone is questionable, you don't know whether they're fully guilty, you don't know exactly what they're involved in. If you notice that they're questionable, take a step back. Take a step back until the coast is clear. Don't ignore things just because you don't want to deal with it, because you want to be left alone, and before you know it, there's a whole bad situation. Because in this case, you've chosen the bad situation, and you've chosen that misfortune, and you've chosen that tragedy. You can't just ignore warning symptoms, not do your part to be safe and stable, and then expect everyone to feel sorry for you, act like you're the big victim, or act like you're the one disadvantaged, I never asked for this, whatever. Well, you did ask for it, because you didn't do your part. Even if you did your part and something bad happens, you didn't ask for the bad thing to happen, but nevertheless, what you asked for is irrelevant. What you asked for is irrelevant. What is, that is. Yeah, and you deal with what is. That's reality. Again, pay attention to people's attendance, where they show up, and especially where they don't show up. That's it for now. Keep in Christ. My tram's coming right now, and I'll see you in the next live stream. Don't the links below, please. Shalom.